I'm sorry, I really don't. What are we doing?
Well, I'm just asking questions, that's all.
Right.
Okay.
Bye.
Sometimes celebrities have no choice but to confront interviewers who step out of line, like when Megan Fox had to shut down an interviewer who wouldn't stop flirting with her.
Please, can you give me a kiss? Please.
On the mouth?
No.
What is it? Please can you kiss me on the mouth? Are you silly? These lines introduce the theme of the video, focusing on moments when celebrities have had to deal with inappropriate questions or behavior from interviewers and how they handled these situations. These moments often occur when celebrities are asked inappropriate or invasive questions, leading them to push back in sharp and sometimes witty ways. Rihanna was questioned about her private life. The interviewer,
I just wondered if you are as happy in your private life, and will we be seeing a certain Mr. Ashton Kutcher perhaps making a trip over here?
Wow, how disappointing was that question?
Should we move on to another one?
Absolutely.
I think
was not a topic for public debate. One of the most inappropriate moments highlighted in the video involved Paramore's lead singer, Hayley Williams, who was asked on the radio,
"When was your last orgasm?"
We don't talk about that on the radio.
On fait ça à la radio.
Hayley quickly shut down the question, stating it was not something that should be talked about on the radio and calling it uncool. This shows how celebrities, even in professional settings, can face highly personal and disrespectful questions. An insensitive moment involving David Letterman and Sofia Vergara.
If I were to go there, I would worry that I might get beaten up and kidnapped. Now, would that happen? No. But is it safe to?
Vergara responded sharply, telling him they wouldn't know who he was there. This exchange reflects how some interviewers may make offensive or ignorant remarks about a celebrity's background. Paris Hilton's appearance on David Letterman's show in 2007 is also featured as a key example of a celebrity being forced to defend themselves. Hilton had agreed to be interviewed only after Letterman assured her that he wouldn't bring up her time in jail. However, during the interview, Letterman repeatedly brought up the topic.
How'd you like being in jail?
Told him she didn't come on the show to discuss her time in jail. Another awkward moment from Letterman's show involved Lady Gaga, who had to deal with a question about,
Last year, you bought $11,000 in lingerie at one store.
That's very inappropriate of you to ask me.
Despite the light-hearted nature of the show, Lady Gaga refused to be the punchline for such invasive remarks. Nicki Minaj was asked about comparisons between her and Lady Gaga. The interviewer pointed out similarities like their use of wigs and costumes.
Does that kind of comparison offend you?
Offend me? No. Irks me? Yeah. First of all, I'm a rapper, okay? First of all, I'm from Southside Jamaica, Queens.
She became visibly irritated and emphasized that the comparison was tiresome and offensive. Billie Eilish also had her share of disrespectful interviews, particularly when she was only 17. In this clip, radio hosts...
Are you done with school already, or are you still homeschooling?
Or are you faking homeschooling?
I've never been to school.
They questioned her intelligence and education by suggesting she must have had to take a test at some point to graduate. Despite being younger, Eilish maintained her composure and pushed back against the condescending tone. It's common for Kanye West to confront interviewers, especially if the questions touch on his controversial views or personal life. In several interviews, Kanye has walked out or given sharp responses when pushed on sensitive issues like his mental health, relationships, or public statements.
Are you leaving? Are you afraid of the press?
I feel a heightened connection with the universe.
A famous moment was when he was asked if he thought he was a genius, and he simply responded, "I don't have to think it, I know it." In one interview, Ariana Grande famously shut down a sexist question.
If you could use makeup or your phone one last time, which one would you pick?
Grande responded sarcastically, "Is that what you think girls have trouble choosing between?" highlighting the shallow nature of the question. She then called out the double standards in questions asked of male versus female celebrities. Jennifer Lawrence is another celebrity who often stands up to disrespectful questions, especially those that target her appearance or body. At a press conference, she once called out a reporter who was more focused on his phone than asking her substantive questions, saying,
"You can't live your whole life behind your phone, bro."
Taylor Swift is often asked about her relationships in interviews, and at times she's had to remind reporters that her dating life isn't the only aspect of her identity.
I'm not gonna walk home with any men tonight. I'm gonna go hang out with my friends.
In one memorable instance, when asked whether she would settle down, Swift pointed out the bias in the question, asking if her male counterparts were asked similar questions about their personal lives and relationships. Each of these moments illustrates how celebrities often face invasive, disrespectful, or outright inappropriate questions during interviews. The video highlights their ability to remain composed while defending their boundaries, showing that even in high-profile environments, they are not immune to disrespect, but are skilled at standing up for themselves.